welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Laide. I live in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I create content that relates to love, relationship, yummy cooking videos, and lifestyle. So if you're new in my channel, welcome. If this is your first time, give me a notification in the comment section below. Guys, I'm truly sorry I have not been in touch lately, but now I promise to be very consistent. Today we are going to be talking about 6 mistakes single ladies make. Actually, today's video is going to be part 1. So in this part 1, I'm going to be sharing 3 simple mistakes that single ladies make. Okay guys, let's jump right into it. I'm super excited to be on my channel once again, and I want to see this opportunity for my subscribers, my intending subscribers, those that are then thinking, okay, should I subscribe? What are you waiting for? My channel is a very interesting channel. So as I've said earlier on, today we'll be talking about 6 mistakes single ladies make. So number one mistake is too available. Generally, we women, we are very caring, very calm, very loving in nature. Women are givers, women are lovers. We love when we love somebody, we give ourselves wholeheartedly, which is good. It is good, right? Because if you have something in you, you want to share it and you want to make it known. But don't do it too much. Don't make yourself available too much. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that you should you should play the hard to get type. You understand? So for men it's a bit different. When you give yourself too much to a guy, it makes them to devalue you. They get too tired. You understand? When you make yourself too available to a guy, they get tired of you easily. It's like you're showing them too much. So when you are available too much, it doesn't give you that value. You don't get that 100% value you want from a guy. I'm not saying you should play hard to get, but don't do it too much. Don't make yourself too available. Being too available gives you like adverse effect. You don't what you want, you don't get it back. They get tired of you quickly. It drains the guy emotionally. It demotivates the guy. You understand? In such a way, women generally, we get our tank filled emotionally by a great companion. But for guys, they get their emotional tank filled by separation. You understand? Because at the start of your relationship, you get to know that the guy is calling you, he's texting you, he's doing a lot of things to you. He's like, okay, he wants to know where you are. But at a point, he tries to move back. And it's not as if he doesn't love you. I think men are built in that way. You understand? So when you're too much available to them, they get tired. They want to be in their space. They need some time to move back. They need some time to reboot, to go back and think about a relationship, if they are doing the right thing. But in a situation where you are being too available or being too accessible, they get extremely tired. So every time a man relates with you, has an encounter with you, has a discussion with you, it emotionally drains them. Unlike we women, where we want to get closer to that man, we want to do everything for him back to back. But when it comes to guys, the way they think, it's quite different from we women. So when at a time they want to know more about you, they get connected to you, they are talking to you, they are texting you, they are chatting you every day by day. They are being consistent. But it's going to get to a time where they have to pull back, and then you start thinking, does he still loves me, or what is happening. No, he needs some time to be alone. He needs some space from you. When you're too available for a guy or for your boyfriend, or I'm saying this is not an example where it's not a situation. What I'm trying to explain is when you are new into the relationship, okay, when you are like thinking, okay, is it the one for me, okay, when you're trying to, like, you want to enter into that relationship, or when you are thinking that, okay, or you want to, you see him as somebody that is accessible, you are attracted to him, you want to know him better, you understand. Don't try to be too available to him. Don't give out yourself too much. Don't talk too much on your first date, you understand, because when you do that, it devalues yourself. You give yourself very, very cheap to him. So as I've said earlier on, every time a man reacts with you, he has an encounter with you, he discusses with you at length, he needs a time to separate back, because he gets easily emotionally drained. So he needs to separate from you again. He needs to separate from you, and he needs to reboot himself and rethink on what he is actually doing. When you're too available, it reduces your value before people. Yeah, it's true. You are in their business all the time, and they start to feel like, they start to feel like, that kind of feeling. So when you're too available, it reduces your value before people. Everything of great value is not easily accessible. I want to repeat that. Everything of great value, it's not easily accessible, because you have to make the guy to be qualified to every step of your life. He has to earn it. He has to be qualified. Don't just open your mouth and just say anything. Don't be too available for him. You have to manage your availability. You have to manage how you make yourself available, you understand. So don't be too available. And under that section, too available, you need to have a life. Being too available, because your life cannot 100% depends on that particular person, you understand. You need to have a life before you have a life partner. You need to have a life before you have a life partner, you understand. I have other aspects. You should have other aspects of life that makes you feel happy other than being in that relationship. There should be your life first before a life partner. There should be your life first before a life partner. There are some things, there should be some things you're passionate about. There should be some things you're passionate about, some things that makes you happy. Even when the guy is not there, you still find happiness in what you're doing. A relationship should not bring you happiness. A relationship should be an added happiness to what you already have, you understand. You should have something you're doing with your life. You can't just sit down and waiting to get married. You can't just sit down, okay, I'm waiting, okay, I'm single, and so what? If you're single and so what? You have to find something doing. Or you should have something you're passionate about. Maybe you want to learn sports, you want to open a YouTube channel, you want to learn anything. There are 1,000 and 1,000 things that you can do on your own as a single lady, you understand. Your life should not depend on that relationship. That relationship should be an added advantage to what you already have. You understand. Your happiness should not be dependent on that particular relationship. You cannot just sit down and waiting to get married. You have to do something. While you're doing something, then your life partner comes. You understand. You have to fill your life with interesting things that make you happy, things that when you think about it, there's this happiness that sort of dwells up in you. You understand. So your happiness cannot depend on somebody or a relationship or your fiancé or your boyfriend, you understand. Even if you're married, your happiness should not depend on your husband, you understand. That's why the Bible says a helpmate. The Bible did not say a liability. The Bible did not say the Bible did not say a liability. It's helpmate, You understand? So have a life, have something you're doing. If it's a business, if it's a passion, if it's something that makes you happy, before you even enter into that relationship. You understand? When you have a life and you have something you're doing with your life, and when you have a life, when you have a life and you have something you're doing with your life, and you're already in a relationship, and for a while you separate from that partner, it's good to miss each other. There's no big deal about that. So when you separate for a while and then you come back together, maybe you come back together to have a date, you have something important to discuss about. But in a situation where you don't even have a life, and you're just sitting at home waiting on his call to call you, or maybe you're like, what is he doing? Why has he not called me today? What exactly is he doing? You don't have a life. You don't have anything doing. You're just sitting. You get a job. Do something that will make you bring more value to yourself. You understand? So by the time you come back together, you have things to talk about. You have things to talk about. You understand? So please don't be that single lady that your whole happiness depends on that particular person. You understand? Do something that gives you value. Do something that makes you happy, that you're particularly passionate about. You understand? So when it's being too available, it drains the man emotionally, it demotivates him, it shows lacks of respect. And when you have a life, you understand, it makes you look unaccessible to him. You don't have to be accessible all the time. You don't have to be like, okay, you're up in his business, in this you're up in his life. No. And it doesn't mean that, as I've said earlier on, it doesn't mean that you're playing hard to get, or your own is just too much. No, you're trying to set standards for yourself. You understand? So work on it. I am working on it as well. So work on it. Even if you're married or you're engaged, there are sometimes your man needs space, that he needs time on his own. There is a way the mind of a man works. There's a way they think. They are quite different from us, totally. You understand? Okay, look at the situation of Adam in the Bible. Adam, when God created Adam was enjoying everything in the Garden of Eden. He was, the beautiful creatures God created. He was not missing anyone. You understand? He doesn't even need the presence of anyone. He was there, living a separated life. So it was God that even said, it is not good for this man to be alone. Let me create him and help me. So, and then Eve showed up from nowhere, and then they started their life. So at every point in time in life, guys, they need time to think. For the fact that, okay, you're just starting a relationship, he's calling you, he's texting you, he's doing a lot of things to make it work, and then at a point in time he tries to withdraw because he's already emotionally drained. Men are not like we women, where we have to put everything in us. We know how to manage our emotions, but men, they can't put it all in. They need time, they need space, they need the space to to be a little bit away from us. You understand what I'm saying? So have a life. Don't be too accessible, don't be too available. Do something good about yourself. Let something you're passionate about bring happiness to you. So mistake number 2: giving too much too soon. Wow, that is a very important mistake single ladies make. Giving too much too soon. No matter how anxious you are about the relationship, no matter how maybe how handsome or how you really want the guy, my dear, don't give too much too soon. Don't go on a first date and start sharing every secret aspect of your life. No, it doesn't work that way. Let him earn every step of your life. Let him earn it. Let him be qualified for another step of your life. You understand what I mean? So don't give too much too soon. No matter how anxious about the relationship, no matter how you want the guy, try as much as possible that don't give too much too soon. Okay, don't invest everything you have all at once. Don't start buying him gifts, don't start sending him money. You understand? Because you don't even know where the relationship is heading towards at first, because you're just meeting him. Take time to study him, know the kind of person he is. Don't give him too much too soon. Speed kills relationships. It's just like a car. Okay, for example, you just got a new car and you're so excited about that car, you want to drive it. My dear, if you speed too much, what happens to the car? You might end up having an accident. Or something happens. So the same process applies to a relationship. Speed kills a relationship. So don't invest anything you have all at once for him. Don't open all aspects of your life. You're on a first date with a guy and you're already telling him what happened to you, how you got raped, or the deepest secrets of your life. You start to share it. You understand? It's not supposed to be like that. Don't give too much too soon. So another point is number one, because the guy says he loves you, he cares about you, oh, he's the love of your life, he's this, he's that, and then you start to, your mouth doesn't have control. There is no control in your mouth anymore. You start to, even the things you are not meant to say, you start saying it. It's not all mature. It's not every person or every guy that can handle your secrets. It's not. Even some things you say then is the guy stop just calling you and stop just communicating. You're not wondering, what have I done? He's not calling me again. He's not texting me again. What exactly have I done to deserve this? Because you're not watching your mouth. You're giving too much too soon. There are some informations about yourself that are supposed to be held to you. There are some informations you're not supposed to share at the onset of the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So give him the experience to unveil you in chapters. Again, give him the experience. Give that guy, that fiance, that boyfriend, that guy you just met, give him the experience to unveil you in chapters. Women, we are like pages of a book. If you think you know a woman, chapter 1 and then chapter 2, we are like chapters of a book. So give that guy let him earn you. Let him be able to find you, not just on the first day you start saying everything. No, it's not supposed to be like that. Learn not to give too much too soon. So don't share your life secrets from a first date. Let people qualify to each level you open to them. Let them qualify, let them earn it. You understand? Because speed kills relationship, as I've said earlier on. So things that are precious are never easy to access. I'm trying to note down some points in my book. So things that are precious, they are never easy to access. It's true. Don't forget that you are the prize. So he's meant to pursue you, not you pursuing him. You understand what I'm saying? So as I've said earlier, things that are precious are never easy to access. It's not everybody that has the right or the privilege to know the intimate things about you. It is not everybody or everyone that has the right or the privilege to know the intimate things about you. You understand? Even there are some people you just share. Okay, you feel that you've met him, he's loving, he's caring, he can handle your secrets, and at the end of the day, once you share him your intimate part of your life, and then you just see the guy, he disappears. He doesn't show up again, and you keep wondering because you're giving too much too soon. So let them earn it by their consistency. There are some things you cannot reveal when the relationship is not yet stable. When the relationship has not yet gotten to a commitment state, there are some things you're not supposed to say. There are some things you cannot reveal, you understand? And there are some people that cannot even handle it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you give too much too soon, it helps the man to not to value you. The guy is not going to value you, because at the end of the day, he might just end up sharing with his friends. Maybe he's in a garden and say, that girl talks too much. Can you believe on this 4 days she said this, she said that, she said this, she said that. The guy is already emotionally drained. You understand? So he needs to separate from you at that point in time. But in a situation where your relationship is moving higher, the guy is putting you in his future plans, he's wanting you to meet his parents, people that are more important to his life, then you can start to share things like that. You understand? You can start to share things like that, but not during the onset of the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Not during the onset of the relationship. You should try as much as possible not to give too much too soon. So, wisdom points. Ladies should stop giving husband benefits to boyfriend. This is extremely, I have done it before. And where is it getting me? Nowhere. You understand? Ladies should stop giving husband benefits to boyfriends. I will explain that. Okay, because you're desperate, because you're giving too much too soon, you get to his house, you guys are just meeting, maybe 1 to 2 months into the relationship, you get to his house, you start sweeping, you cook, all the things he's meant to enjoy when he's married to you, he start to enjoy it during courtship. It's not supposed to be like that, my dear. That's why you see guys nowadays, they're not getting married, because what they are expected to have in marriage, they already having it in a relationship. You understand? That is why they are not getting married, because the things you're supposed to hide from them, you're already giving it to them at the beginning of the relationship, which is not supposed to. So don't give too much too soon, and let them step up if they want. You know, a guy, actually, if he really wants you, you will get to know him in his actions, in the way he speaks, either verbally or he'll demonstrate it. So my single ladies out there, even if you're married, or if you're engaged, or waiting to be married, or whatever position you are, don't give too much too soon. Okay, the third point of mistake we ladies make is, this is really important, it's extremely important. Point number 3, not defining the relationship. Wow. You know, as single ladies, we are expected to know, we are expected to clarify what exactly we want in a relationship. We are supposed to set boundaries for ourselves. But in a situation where you're not identifying the relationship, you don't even know, you're not even clear of what exactly you want in that relationship, then you end up being at his mercy, or at the mercy of that particular person you want to go into relationship with, or you're already in a relationship with. You cannot be at the mercy of someone else and hoping that you are there in the relationship 3, 4, 5, 10 years, hoping that he will marry you. You're not even clear about what you want. Then that means you're making the guy feel that, okay, this one doesn't want, no expectations from this lady. Then you're making him feel that you don't need anything from him. You understand? You're supposed to live by chance and not by choice. You are laying a foundation of passivity. You're being passive because you're not clear. You're not setting boundaries. You're not telling the guy what you want. So you're already giving him you're already giving him the room to you're already making him believe that only his needs should be met and not yours, which is not supposed to be so. You understand? It's really important for you to clarify things right from the onset of that relationship. Not define a particular relationship. And when you ask most ladies, they say that no, I don't want to act desperate. I don't want to. My dear, it's better you're desperate. Let him know what you want. If he's truly the one, definitely he's going to stand by your standards, he's going to stand by your boundaries, and you're going to work it out together. You understand? It's better than being at his mercy, thinking that or maybe you go to a pastor and tell your pastor that please tell him to pray for me to propose to me. You've been waiting to hear, I've been waiting. You know that it's not supposed to be so. So be clear. You know, in situation of guys, they are very clear. They know what they want. It's either they show it by their words or their actions. Guys are very clear. Right from the onset of the relationship, they will let you know what they want. If they are, if it's some people, they are maybe the type of, we have different types of guys. Some they will not talk, but through they either demonstrate it verbally or through their actions. They will let you know. If they only want to sleep with you, they will let you know. If they're only interested in sex, they will let you know. And if you look deeply, you will know through their actions. Guys, they don't waste time at all. Unlike we ladies, just because we want him to marry us, we will not be able to set our priorities right. We will not be able to okay, this is what I want. I want to share this I want to set boundaries for myself. All because you want to settle down. So it's important you clarify things, as I've said earlier on. Standards don't push or drive away serious people. Standards don't push or drive away serious prospects. If the guy is really serious about you, he's definitely going to respect your standards no matter what. Standards don't drive away serious prospects or serious people. You understand? People that are serious, they value standards. They rise up to that occasion. They want to, they will be consistent. They want to know the real you. They will work. They will put in hard work. They will put in more work to be able to achieve those things that you want. They will not run away from you. You understand? For men, they are usually clear, as I've said earlier on. They are usually clear. They know what they want at a particular point in time. They know how it is. They know if they are going to marry you. They know if they are your girlfriend. They know what they want. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to define your relationship from the onset. Know what you don't. Be clear. Clarify things with your man. You understand? Don't be scared. You understand what I'm saying? So wisdom points for this point number 3 is: number 1, be ready to walk away. Yeah, because you've set your boundaries. You have your uncompromising list. You know what you want. Be ready to walk away. If you come together and he's like, okay, because relationships are like negotiations. Two people meet, and what makes us align what makes us align is that we cross paths. And then at the end of the day, if we cross paths and our objectives are the same, then we put it together. But in a situation where our objectives are not the same, we begin to drift away. We begin to move. We begin to shift apart. So be ready to walk away. It's just like, okay, you're in a deal. For example, you're in a deal, you and your partner, or I'm talking about business. You're in a deal, and then you guys are trying to negotiate, and you know that, okay, for example, he said, okay, it's 40-40. Okay, he said it's 60-40, and then now you sit down and think about it. This is not getting me anywhere, and then you walk away, because relationships are just like negotiations. Just like people that are getting married, it's like they are signing a contract. You understand? So if you're going to negotiate well, you must be ready to walk away. If you want to win in every areas of your life, you don't have to be desperate. You have to clarify things. You have to define what you want. You understand? And then wisdom point number 2 is: say clearly what you want and expect from the relationship. In situations like this, men generally, you don't inform men ahead that darling or dear, we need to talk, it scares them a lot, because normally they already have what they are thinking about. They already have what they are thinking about, and then now you are asking them, now you are telling them we want to talk. You can just set up a date, and then you just bring out the conversation. Okay, we've been on for a while. What are we in this relationship? Let him know your, like, don't start up the conversation. Let him talk. Give him the room to talk, and then you will know if he really has plans for you. If the relationship is going to be a long-term goals, then you know that, okay, you can now keep a step further. You understand? Set and wisdom point number 3: set and agree on clear timeliness. Wisdom point number 3: set and agree on clear timeliness. And what does that mean? When setting and agreeing on things, you don't have to be too dramatic about it. You don't have to be too emotional. You have to be logical, and don't make it life threatening. Don't threaten a guy. Don't say, okay, if you don't do this, you do this. No. Don't. And if when you want to be clear about this relationship, no matter how long the relationship is or how short it is, don't cry. Don't be emotionally involved. This is negotiation. You're trying to set boundaries for yourself. So don't be logical, don't be emotionally dramatic, and don't be threatening. Don't threaten the guy. You understand? So in defining the relationship, so I hope these my 3 points out of the 6 points I'm going to be sharing with you. As I've said earlier on, this is the part 1 of the video. I hope it's going to help us grow more, and we have to clarify, and we have to set boundaries for ourselves, and we have to know what exactly we want out of a relationship. Think about those times where you were too available, and where you were giving too much too soon, and where you were not even defining that relationship. Think about what was the end of that relationship. Think about it. When you were doing all these mistakes, where did it get you? Nothing. The guy did not end up putting you a ringer. The guy did not end up putting a ring on your finger. No. So try as much as possible. These 3 things I've shared with you, try as much as possible to look into it, and make sure you don't make those mistakes. So as I've said earlier on, this is the part 1. The concluding aspects of this topic will be shared in another video. So I hope you've learned from this my points, and I will see you again in the concluding aspect of this video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to give a comment in the comment section below. If there is anything I've not added you want to add, if there are some questions you feel you want to ask, feel free. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you again. Bye bye.